Hi, my name is BB, and I should have said this is BB. It's 5:05 in the morning. It's Tuesday, I think the 28th. My eyes are burning right now. I've been up for like an hour or so. There's lots of chlorine gas in the air right now. Lots and lots of chlorine gas. See, I have to sleep with my light because I have the camera going on me in the chair. I sleep on the couch. And I have to have my light on so that the camera can pick up anybody who's coming in here. Because I'm having a tremendous pain everywhere. Like it's not a pain. It's like it's burning. Some voice in my head said that they're putting glue in my body. I don't know how true this is. The chlorine gas is very, very thick right now. And I believe that they are. You know what, my friend was going to Walmart yesterday, and I just took a ride with him in the car because I wanted to get out the house. And when I opened my mouth and I started talking, he said he smelled ammonia. Well, he thought it was coming off me. He thought it was some perfume or something. He said it smelled ammonia. I didn't smell it at the time. And when I came back home and I sat down on my computer, I opened my mouth and this ammonia came out. Now, ammonia coming out of your body, the smell of ammonia, the scent of ammonia, means that your liver gets liver damage. There's no liver damage here. What they're doing is using these nanobots. Now, I don't know how they're getting them, if they're producing them themselves in somebody's basement. They're nanobots. Or they sell them. They sell them. Then I don't think that they mass produce them and they sell them over the counter. There has to be somebody in this group of people who belongs to a medical facility, who can get their hands on these nanobots, these medicine dispensers, and you lace them in your body and then they come out like a time release control. There's somebody in this group of people who belongs or who works at a medical center. Where would they get their hands on them? Maybe they work at a facility where they're being mass produced. Listen, you working like, I'm assuming they're made in China. I'm assuming they're made in China, Indonesia, Thailand, some one of these places. So what they're doing, they have somebody who's working on the assembly line, getting a few bucks and just squirreling away a few boxes and sending it here. People steal from everywhere. This is a norm. This is what they do. They steal. So wherever these things are being mass produced, wherever there's a factory, they're paying somebody to actually just send it to them, and then they're injecting it in people. I think they've been doing this to me for a long time. I remember having this bad breath. It's not bad breath. It's not normal, because I went to the dentist. When I go to the dentist, they're telling me there's nothing wrong with my mouth. They're saying they can't find anything wrong. My teeth are fine. I actually have good teeth. I've had 2 extractions in my life, which was 2 wisdom teeth. That's it. And I only took them out because they were starting to push on the teeth in front of them and breaking them. It took me a long time. I just took them because I didn't have anything to do and I had insurance. So I actually did it. So anyway, I smelled the ammonia, and I told him, because there are various things that are coming out of these nanobots. Now, how they're getting them in there, I don't know. Maybe they're just injecting them in there. Because there's a video of a man who had a couple in he had one in his hand, and it is visible. It's like visible, and it moves. It crawls like that. It moves in the bloodstream. It moves, and it dispenses the medication. I don't know how many doses it holds. But then whoever is controlling it is like a maniac. It's like 3, 4 of them or 10 of them just at the same time shoot out. And it's burning all over your body. Which means even with the camera, they're coming in here. Well, of course, they're hacking. And if they've cloned the hard drive, they can put the video on pause and come in here. I have to literally now time everything down almost to the second to see if the video has been on pause. I have my window open, like maybe like 6 to 8 inches. That's a scream. But because of the chlorine gas, I have to do this. Otherwise, I would have been dead by now. I would have been, because the chlorine gas, and the cat is trying to go for cover all the time because she can't take it either. And it's not that cold. She can't stand it either. She's a poor. I don't know what to do. I don't know what's gonna happen here. So they I don't know if they're pulling the screen out and they're just leaning inwards and just getting my toe or something. I don't know, or getting some part of my foot. But anyway, regarding that, I don't know. So watch out for that as well. For those of you who are experiencing this, you know what I've noticed in my case? The people who are doing this to me is like everything out there that's bothering these other people who are being targeted. Now, we're not being targeted because the government wants us dead. We're not that special. The only people who we're special to are people who, like I said, for different reasons. We're not driving while black. We're not political activists. We're not animal activists. We're not activists against, hazardous dumping. Cleaning the oceans. I'm not in any of these groups. All I had was a bunch of stuff stolen from me. I don't know how I'm such a big threat to these people. It has to have something to do with what was stolen from me. The thing is, I'm not even looking for it, but these people have made up their minds to kill me. They've worked themselves up into a frenzy where they see me as a threat to them somehow. I'm not even looking for the stuff. This is the thing. I'm not looking for it. But somehow they just want to target me. I guess if you have a lot of money and you start using exotic drugs that without, well, I guess adrenochrome is one of them. So it's like they don't want to use cocaine or crack or whatever that will damage their bodies. So they went for the adrenochrome because that seems like the safest drug, right? It gives them the feeling of high, and they just feel it's a natural, it's a body fluid. So, well, it doesn't. It's not no harm done, and that's like the creme de la creme of the drug world right now. That's one of the most expensive commodities. The adrenochrome, especially if you get adrenochrome from a baby or a child. Some people are probably in some communities they're farm raising these children now to produce adrenochrome. It's called like it gives them the feeling not of just of being high, but of being connected, they say, to the other world. Like they feel like all the barriers between them and the spirit world is being closed off. It's being open, I should say. They're just disappearing, and they have connections to the spirit world. They can't live in this one. They don't know how to be good people in this one. They're already looking to go destroy the other one. They can't live as human beings in the physical world. That's too much for them. But they want to go destroy that one. They want to go take over now. True story. But anyway, the chlorine gas is very, very strong right now. And like I said, I know that 2 people involved in this. There's some Guyanese people involved in this because I can hear them. And they've been recording me. They were recording me since I lived in King City. And they're recording me here. Now, I've been very angry for the past 3 years. And I just lash out at them, what I think they look like. And I don't know if they're using those recordings, because I lash out in anger. I say all kinds of bad, horrible things. There's no one here. The only person who would hear me would be somebody who's actually in my head or hacking me. At that point, I really don't give a fuck. Listen all you want. What the fuck are you hacking me for? Why are you listening in my head? I will say what I want to say. It's my house. And my house. Yes, one of them will say barely paid for. It looks like I might get evicted. I'm not sure. At this point, I don't know what to do. Like I said, these people want me dead. They want me dead. They want me evicted. It's like You tell me if this is normal behavior. If this is what adrenochrome does to a person, think about what I'm saying. These people are not, they're like animals. They're not human beings anymore. They're like animals. They have no feelings. They have no remorse. They've got no sense of fair play. They've got no sense of guilt either. Nothing that makes a human being human. Rationality, thought. They can figure things out. They can come to conclusions, make informed decisions. Animals, they say, run on instincts. Animals do think, I believe, but not to the extent a human being would think and rationalize and make informed decisions based on the rationality or irrationality at that point. But they do. We do make informed decisions. Does it look to you or seem to you that these people are making wise choices? No, I don't think so. To be this flippant with your fellow humans, this drug is a dangerous drug. It's a dangerous drug. It's almost like the essence of the person coursing through them. Almost like the essence of the person coursing through them. And the good, the bad, and the ugly. I do believe they've been taking adrenochrome from me. I don't know why. But if they've been taking it from me, they've been taking it from other people as well. When I was with the Jehovah's Witnesses, I studied with the Jehovah's Witnesses. They said that there was someone. The reason why they don't do the blood transfusion or they don't take blood or give blood is somebody had a heart transplant or a blood transfusion, and they became a kleptomaniac. There were like several cases in history, not that many, but enough, I guess, for people to make informed decisions, like I just said. So they choose not to do that because, again, the blood is the life force. The blood is known as the life force because when they sacrifice animals, or they used to back in the olden days, like the Solomonic days, they used to actually drain the blood out into the ground. The blood had to be drained out. Even now they do. The Muslims, when they sacrifice a bull, they would actually drain the blood out because it's the life force. So what happens is these people around me, they're the most, it's like they come and they listen to you. What they do, they listen to you. And it's almost like they're mimicking you, imitating you. And then they want to, it's like a feeling of just like what I'm getting from the group that I'm in. They're a bunch of underachievers, all of them. And they seem to be like, well, I guess when you take this adrenochrome, you can almost become one with the person. This is what's happening, I believe. It's almost like there's a connection, a bond that is formed with this person. Like a bond. But not everybody, but some of us. I don't know why some of us, maybe the empaths, and I am a strong empath, and I am a physical empath. So that the bond that is formed with me is like that's what's bringing them closer. And they almost resent me because they can see unlived potential. They see unfulfilled dreams. They see things that I wasn't able to do. And whoever have been doing this to me for a while has been almost keeping me like on a lockdown. Because all my inheritances, everything is gone, right? I don't know who stole it. Nobody seems to give account to be like they just disappeared somehow. Physical money out of the fucking bank accounts, no trace of them. They're gone. They're just gone. My father had 2 businesses, 2 houses, but no bank account. He had a mortgage with one since 1975, but no bank account. How the hell does that work? Where was a mortgage under somebody's house in a basement? They just formed an informal agreement from a loan shark? No. It's like, how does the stupidity of these people? This stupidity is like you can cut it with a fucking knife. Stupid people. Stupid people. They're just stupid fucking people. 2 businesses he had. 2 houses. But no bank account. And one of them was a mortgage. He bought shares. I signed for the shares. But they can't find any trace of the shares in the bank. They did something. What they're doing, like I said, they're hacking in and changing like a few words in the name. So when you go there and you look, my father's name is spelled S-A-H-I-D, Sahid, K-H-A-N, Khan. So if they changed it to Shahid, S-H-A-I-D, it wouldn't come up. This is what they're doing. They're just changing a few letters of the name and it wouldn't come up. So I believe whoever stole is hiring people to do this, or they just figured out. It seems like they might have just been, figured out how to do this. I mean, if people can hack into the Pentagon from Russia and places, Ukraine and all these places, and China and then what's a guy in his bank? Of course they can. They have money at their fingertip. Like one of them pointed out, it's just numbers after your name. They just change the numbers and get whatever you want. The people look on the piece of paper. You have 1 0 in actuality. You can put 10 of them there, or 5 of them. Say, oh, well, you have it in assets. They can hack into the credit score and then put their credit score at 800. They can do that, but they can also hack in and put a person's credit score to 400. They can drop it. They can also watch you, and if you're trying to get a loan, make sure that the loan is disapproved. Make sure that they can't give it to you. And I believe this is what they've been doing to me. Nobody can be this unfortunate. This is one of the things I had, and I blamed my Heavenly Father for a long time. Like He wasn't helping me. They got to the point where I felt like He was doing this to me. You see how I can blaspheme? I'm a sinner. I blaspheme. I blaspheme because I was blaming Him for everything. Because I knew something was wrong with this. There's no way I put so much effort and just come up with nothing. Somebody was doing this, and now I know. And He wanted me to know. It's not Him. It's these people who are doing this. They took everything. He's got to help me now because He brought me here to this point. And I'm going to have to trust in Him. That's all I can do.